I'm excited to be back for this game. I'm very excited. We're gonna finally see who done it. Hopefully I can get that far tonight. Or today. Hopefully. Yeah, let's go. Hopefully my voice survives that long. Hey, Naoki. April 20th, 12:14 p.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court will now reconvene. As our witness, Miss Olga O'Reilly recovered. Yes, Your Honor. Well, she's regained consciousness. Perhaps we can hear her version of events again. That's the thing. You see, she's quite fatigued. You're looking a bit fatigued yourself, Mr. Payne. Sadly, fatigue is insufficient grounds for refusing to testify or prosecute. The defense would like to request that Miss O'Reilly take the stand. Very well. The witness will take the stand. Perhaps you could repeat your name and profession. Or perhaps you'd rather admit that you're a poor liar and a poor loser. Not. Oh. Well, hello. Hi. Name's Olga O'Reilly, and that's the truth. I'm a pro dealer. People call me Olga Quick Fingers O'Reilly. Oh, O'Reilly. Want to know something else? I'm not really Russian, and my last name sounds like O'Reilly. I knew it. There, that's the truth. I hope you're satisfied. Oh, damn. Witness, you will tell the court what you were really up to that night. Fine, I'll talk. We had a plan, see? Let me remind you that you are currently under oath. Any further fabrications will have serious consequences. Fine. Like I said, I'm a pro. That guy Smith hired me to do what I do best. I was planted at the Borscht Bull Club several days prior to the night of the game. As a waitress. So you were in cahoots with the victim. Not that he needed my help. Smith is a well-known poker player in some circles. But winning wasn't the main purpose of this game. It was about destroying a legend. The unbeatable Phoenix Wright. The plan was simple. Elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card and the trap would snap shut. You swapped the cards! Exposed as a cheater and losing on top of it, it would have made a great double play. Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces. Indeed. Getting caught red-handed at cheating would cast doubt on his prior wins. A 7-year legend, destroyed by one little card. Or that was the plan. Oh really, oh really? How droll. But it appears you made quite the mistake. A mistake? The judge is so dumb in this game. I agree, the trap was elegant. Yet what happened to that planted card? Hey, that's right! He's lucky, I'll give him that. You'd have to be to slip free from a trap laid by Olga Quick Fingers O'Reilly. O'Reilly? God, they keep on saying O'Reilly. The witness would be as much cuter if she dispensed with the evil mastermind shtick. Cute? Who wants to be cute? I'm not cute, I'm bad, you hear me? Bad. When you're through being bad, perhaps you could testify to the court? Tell us about this trap and how it was sprung. The best laid traps. That night, I planted the card like I was supposed to. And Wright lost the last hand just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. Next moment, Wright picked up a bottle and swung it. It wasn't me who hit Smith, it was that no-good cheating defendant. A surprisingly frank testimony that still leaves us mostly in the dark. The trap was perfect, I tell you, perfect, if that rotten cheater hadn't messed it up. Look who's talking. Well, the testimony, for what it's worth, is all yours, Mr. Justice. With a witness like her, who needs criminals? And the defendants like Mr. Wright, who needs prosecutors? Okay. Best laid traps. Knight had planted the card like I was supposed to, and Wright lost the last hand. But he didn't lose! Okay, well, he didn't lose. Hold on. I'm saving every time. Okay. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure god dang, click that. It does contradict! Sometimes I dislike this about these games. And Wright lost the last hand. So everything went according to plan. Exactly. The fifth ace came up, so it's obvious the switch went off without a hitch. Once the extra card was found in his pocket, Wright would be forever known as a cheat and a fraud. There are worse things to be known as, I suppose. Tell us what happened with the search. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. The card disappeared. Yeah, my trump card, the 5 of hearts. Gone. Without a trace. Poof, zippo. We searched every nook and cranny. Oh. Even inside his cute little hat. But the card was nowhere to be found. Is this correct? Never in my long storied career never has Quick Fingers or really been so readily duped. Oh, really? So what did happen to that 5 of hearts? Don't look at me. Why don't you ask that cheating, lying, two-faced defendant? So the 5 of hearts is still missing in action. Wright picked up a bottle and swung it. Okay. You hit. Let me ask, how's your eyesight? Just who do you think you're talking to? They don't call me Quick Fingers for nothing. I'm a pro, which means my dealing's pro, and my eyesight is pro. Honestly, she'd have to be blind as a bat to miss something in that small room. Yeah, but Mr. Wright didn't have a motive to hit the victim. Different personality, but the same testimony. I believe you have her where you want her, Justice. The circumstances have changed, yet her testimony is not. That means there's got to be a contradiction in there. Quite. Okay, that night, I planted the card like I was supposed to. This planted card, which card was it exactly? Trump card. The 5 of hearts. Let me guess. Mr. Wright was to have switched the 5 with the ace to make a full house. At least that's what you were going to accuse him of doing, therefore ruining his legend. I slid it into Wright's pocket. Then was this? Why, before the match, of course. While he was eating. At the Borscht Bull Club, we served borscht and suckers. Remind me to never go there. Of course, the card was to make its grand debut during the game. Like a good borscht, a good plot must be cooked up early and allowed to thicken. Wright lost the last hand. Did I already push this? Or press this? We're into plan. Exactly. The 5th ace came up. Yeah, I already did this one. And the car was gone. The trap failed. Okay. Card. Okay, I already did this one too. I just have a bad memory. I'm sorry. Wait, isn't that a little odd? What's odd? You searched Mr. Wright thoroughly and found nothing? Which means he didn't cheat, which means he had no reason to strike the victim. What? Well... Oh, what was that? What was that just now? I sensed something. Something wrong, Mr. Justice. No, nothing, Your Honor. What do I do? Should I press her harder? Yeah, press harder. Miss O'Reilly, you're hiding something. What are you talking about? You... Me? Quick Fingers O'Reilly, hide something? The defense will refrain from baseless accusations. I have one question for the witness, then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true? Of course it's true. I did see it, honest. I saw it when Wright hit him. She's lying again. With my own eyes, I saw it. What's this weird vibe I'm getting? That witness, for instance, Miss O'Reilly. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? Oh. Touching her neck, was it? Okay. Whoa! What the hell? Whoa, what's going on? The sensation. It's coming into focus. There, that twitch, it's so clear. It's like I could perceive her habit, like I couldn't before. Gotcha. Perceive. Gotcha! What was that? So really, perhaps you were unaware of this yourself. Unaware of what? Whenever you get to a certain part of your testimony, you touch the back of your neck with your left hand. My neck? So what? What indeed, Justice? I hadn't noticed anything of the sort. When she says that part of the testimony, she's subconsciously recalling something. Her body reacts to the memory, and she touches her neck. I'm sure of it. A memory? Would someone care to explain what he's babbling about? This is highly unusual. Let's ask the defense. You claim the witness is remembering something. Maybe you have evidence of this memory to show us. Her habit is scratching her neck whenever she talks about the moment of the crime. So what would remind her of the moment of the crime? So really, whenever you recall the crime that night, you scratch your neck. You notice it happens when you think about the moment of the crime. There must be some reason behind this habit of yours. I believe the weapon that left an erasable impression on your neck is this. The bottle? Oh, did she get hit? Whenever she talks about the moment of the crime, she touches her neck. And what reminds us more about that moment than this bottle, the murder weapon. But something doesn't fit. If you are the only witness to the crime, why would that make you touch your neck like you're in pain? What's he talking about now? It was Mr. Smith, the victim, who was hit. Not you. This is a cross-examination, not a cross-wild conjecture. The witness's habits, they're completely irrelevant. Justice, I'll admit I'm a bit confused myself. This is certainly a unique cross-examination. I'll explain later. Just trust me. Now's our only chance to break her. Miss O'Reilly, please testify in detail about the moment of the crime. The very moment. Yet, I am knowing nothing. She's back to that. We know you're not Russian. Witness will testify please, now. Fine. He's the one who did it. I didn't let him on my site until the cops got there.
Hold it!
You seem uneasy. You try standing up here. Her eyes are darting all over the place. It must be getting warm. Tell me, after the crime, what was the defendant like? Well, he must have been stunned by the weight of his crime. He sat in a daze at the table until the cops came. Intriguing. I believe you've gotten all the testimony you're gonna get out of this witness. So what do you think about her testimony? I'll tell you what I think. Her testimony is... flawed. Yeah. Why did she call the police? Why did Phoenix call the police? Why'd she let him leave? It's basically bogus. It contradicts the evidence. What's that? Well, show us this evidence, Mr. Justice. This evidence that you claim contradicts the testimony. She didn't let him out of her sight until the cops got there. You know there's some evidence that contradicts that. Hold on, I'm gonna... Oh, I can't save. Well, I might get this wrong then. Mr. O'Reilly, we have a record here that clearly contradicts what you said. Oh, I got it right! It states that the police were alerted by a report from the defendant. And we know that the defendant left the room, climbed the stairs, and made that phone call from the first floor of the Borscht Bull Club. So explain how you kept your eyes on the defendant when he left the room entirely. The man who picked up a bottle and swung it that night wasn't the defendant. Or are we gonna see the scene again? This is really cool, like, effects. Showdown time. You dirty cheat! Check his pockets, now! It's gone! The card's gone! You lose. Ah! Just then, Smith grabbed the bottle from next to right, and he hit me. You, some master of cheating. Oh, you, some cheating a master. You cheating a you were to be. When I came to, the victim was already dead. Oh, when you came to, the victim was already dead. Is that it? That's why I couldn't reveal who I really was. If it came out that I was in league with Smith, I'd be a suspect for sure. Well, where does this leave us? Madness. This is madness. I'm dreaming. It must have been me who was hit with the bottle, and I'm imagining all this. It appears our prosecution is at its wit's end, and frankly, I can't blame him. Mr. Gavin, what do you think about this turn of events? Mr. Gavin? Sir? I believe that, as the defense in this case, we are compelled to call Miss O'Reilly a big fat liar. What? 3 were in the room the night of the murder. The defendant, the victim, and her. And she has a motive. What? A motive? Her plot foiled, the witness got into an argument with their client, Mr. Smith. And the denominant of that argument was murder. What? I'm no killer. It's a trap. Someone's trying to frame me. Mr. Gavin, you seem sus. What tangled webs we weave when we practice to deceive. So tangled we catch ourselves in the process. Mr. Wright. Such a hasty conclusion. It's not like you, Christoph Gavin. What are you saying? Why not consider the other possibility? That there was another person in the room at the time of the murder. Right. Like Mr. Wright was saying before recess. A single card was swapped into the victim's hand after the murder. Is he still divorced? I don't know, Emma. I think he's still divorced, yeah. But I thought about it when I saw, artwork of the girl, but it looked like she was grown up. Not like adult, but like older. So unless Phoenix, like a ton of time has passed, wait, hold on. I think I can... Age 33. Yeah, he can't have given birth to her. Or not. Mpreg. There's no way that a girl that age could... Yeah. So she must have been adopted. Yeah, she must have been adopted. Okay. A single card was swapped into the victim's hand after the murder. And the one who swapped the card didn't know two colors of cards were being used. A fourth person. Ha! This theory again! Your fourth person doesn't exist! Indeed. That's why I decided to bring this case to court. Here, where there's no escape and no chance for deception. The perfect place to catch the real criminal. Yeah, I knew it was him. I knew it was Christoph. The real criminal. And we're in luck. A clue to the real criminal's identity was kindly provided for us. And right at the beginning of the trial, no less. What? Apollo, perhaps you know what I'm talking about. Sorry. Remember what I said. The fourth person who swapped the cards made one critical error. He or she wasn't considering the color on the backs of the cards. Right. But how could such an obvious mistake occur? The cards used for the last game was red. Yet, there is one person here in our court who thought those cards were blue. I knew it. I knew it's Christoph. It's Christoph for sure. It's him. Yeah, I had that impression too. But why? Well, Apollo, think you can figure out who it was? It's not me, I swear. Who is this fourth person? Why do I always get put on the spot like this? Let's hear what the defense has to say. Who was it? Who thought the cards used in the final game were blue? Christoph Gavin. As I expected. Your eyes and ears are as sharp as your hair. I was right? Christoph Gavin, you were the fourth person that night. But of course Mr. Gavin knows the color of the cards. How would he? As you can see, the photo of the crime scene is black and white. You can't tell which of the cards are blue, the ones on the floor or the table. But look! You can see the colors in this photo. Yes, but when he said the cards were blue, it was well before this evidence came to light. It's true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim, yet it was only that, a game in the purest sense, a competition, Your Honor. Competition? Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, knew its final outcome. I knew it. Well, Christoph? Mr. Gavin? Mr. Gavin, is something the matter? No, nothing. Excuse me, I was just so sudden. Right. You aren't seriously accusing me, are you? Oh, Christoph? You know even I never take a joke this far. This has gone beyond ridiculous, beyond dumb. This is insanity. The defendant accusing his own defense attorney of murder. I assure you, I'm quite sane. But what possible connection did Mr. Haven have to the victim? I wasn't aware that I had a connection to Mr. Smith, either. Yes, but Mr. Gavin and the victim have never even met. Well, what if they have? Huh? There's a possibility, after all. They may have met that night before the game started. What are you suggesting? Is this the truth Mr. Wright was staying silent about? Well, only one thing to do. Mr. Wright, the defense would like to request that you testify to the court. The defense would like to request no such thing. Mr. Gavin? Testimonies must relate to the case. Ooh, I knew it was you. How could anything happening before that game of poker be related? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Gavin. As I explained before, the defense believes Miss O'Reilly. Am I to assume you speak for Mr. Justice in this? He is the defense, not you. Ooh. Mr. Justice, the matter of Mr. Wright's testimony is up to you. Oh, okay. Does that mean the court, in your opinion, need to hear Mr. Wright's testimony? Yes, hear the testimony. This was Mr. Wright's strategy. He was planning this all along. Hold on, I need some water. And I intend to see it through. The defense would like to request that Mr. Wright testify to the court. If to, Justice, you would betray me, your teacher. I'm sorry, Mr. Gavin, this isn't about loyalty, this is about the truth. Very well, the defendant, Mr. Wright, will take the stand, please. Witness testimony. Appetite before murder. That evening, Kristoff and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. J.D. Smith walked in 5 minutes after Kristoff left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. The girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin. Mr. Gavin, you were at the Borscht Bull Club the night of the murder. I dine with him rather frequently. And he talked to the defendant on the phone directly after the murder? Quite against my will, I had become involved in a murder. I thought I might be in need of a lawyer, so I called him. You were planning this all along, weren't you, Wright? Just because you wanted to drag me into your little murder trial. The only thing I want is the truth. As I did back then, and now. I thought my office was doing you a favor when we took on your defense. It appears that I was wrong. Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Justice. Sir! He's lying, and you're gonna expose him. Understood, sir? Mr. Gavin versus Mr. Wright. This can't end well. Why can't I have a normal trial? Appetite before murder. That evening, Kristoff and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. You had dinner with Mr. Gavin? Yes, he dines with me at the Borscht Bull Club quite frequently. We were enjoying a usual dinner at our usual spot. As usual. Usual? I always eat at the table closest to the piano. I see. Where Mr. Smith was sitting. So the plates and such on the table were from your dinner. Indeed, the remnants of my meal with Kristoff. We dined for 2 hours, and Kristoff left. After that, J.D. Smith walked in 5 minutes after Kristoff left. 5 minutes? So the two of them could have passed in the restaurant during that time. That would have been a fateful encounter, to be sure. Oh, Mr. Wright, that means... What if it was that you... What was it you said? Kristoff and Gavin may have met? I believe I did say that. Here I was all nervous about this meeting, and now we hear they just passed in the hall? That does seem a little weak as a pretense for murder. Oh, it would be if that really happened. Come on, Mr. Wright. What are you hiding this time? When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. About this failed trap. This is the same trap that Miss O'Reilly mentioned. The plan was simple, elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card, and the trap would snap shut. You swap the cards. Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces. Yes, a harmless prank in essence. It was a quirk of fate that I happened to discover it. A quirk? I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card. The card she planted. Yes, I snuck a peek at it and found it was the 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game. Dispose where? There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking that right beside me. I threw the card inside the bottle. An empty bottle of grape juice? The murder weapon? Yes, I rolled it up and shoved it in. The colored glass makes it hard to see. A battle of wits between the deceiver and the would-be deceived. That sounds like terrific drama. A card inside the murder weapon. That's strange. Did the police miss it in their investigation? Maybe I'll take a look. Mr. Wright, Mr. Wright, the poker head of courtroom number 3 approves of this battle of wits. Please revise your testimony with this new information. Hold on, let's check this out. Hold on. The bottle is completely empty. No clues here. Okay. Grape juice? How long has it been since I drank grape juice? Apparently it's Mr. Wright's favorite drink. I wonder how it goes with borscht. Okay, that was it. So, Wright's lying? Huh. I discovered the trap during the game and disposed of the card in the bottle.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, if I may. Yes. I've examined the bottle, and I don't see any card in here. Huh? No? What, Mr. Wright, surely isn't all you have to say for yourself. Can't say I know what happened to the card. I did put it in that bottle, however. Huh? Perhaps a 5th person came and took it out, or a 6th person could have helped? Mr. Gavin, Mr. Wright is your client. My apologies, Your Honor. I wouldn't have you disparaging our investigation either. You looked inside that bottle. There was nothing. So what's going on? Is Mr. Wright hoodwinking us again? Or did the card just disappear? In any case, please continue the cross-examination. I'm afraid decisive contradictions call for decisive evidence. Oh. Push him harder, Justice. Break him. It's just you and the witness in the ring. Go for the KO. Ugh, why do I get the feeling we're not on our client's side anymore? That evening, Kristoff and I... Okay, we sat at the table in the photograph. 5 minutes after Kristoff left, I discovered the trap during the game and disposed of the card in the bottle. Earl was knocked out cold. It's controllable. I left to call the police. Okay. Why does my throat hurt already? I need more water. Stretch. Hold on. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. Hold on. I need to check something again. I'm gonna have to stop here. My throat just really hurts for some reason. God damn it. I'll probably play some Pal World with you guys. I just won't be able to talk as much. Thank you, M. Okay. Okay. See you guys later. Bye-bye. And see you guys in a little bit to play Pal World, M.